Hello, and welcome to Farthest Frontier. Well, this is what we got up to in the last episode. So, hopefully now that we've got this all built, which includes a little fields down here where we've got arborists growing fruit, which incidentally we seem to be missing some trees from for some strange reason. But we've also got our preservist over here. So they should start turning that lot into preserved fruit, which should last longer. Because we did at some point actually start running out of food again. And I've moved the glassmaker down here, just because I want them to be closer to the actual preservist, so that they'll be able to get the resources. Saves them having to go all the way into town, for instance, to get the glass. I mean, I do like to be able to sell the glass, but I'd rather have them down here. Now, they are complaining of a lack of resources. So we could store sand and coal here, but for whatever reason nobody's coming this way. I mean, we've got coal, should be getting produced. So they get that from the actual firewood. So they were saying it's actual... I think there is some logs there. We've got a firewood split to chop them up. Well, we'll see how that goes, but sand seems to be a bit of a problem now as well. You know, could set up a mine over there to help, I suppose. That would be useful. My only concern is I've got this root cellar, and that does tend to attract raiders, which isn't good. But having said that, they do seem to mostly come from like the north. They usually come from this region up here. Lately they've been attacking, well, at some point they were attacking this gate and this gate. Now I think they seem to be coming down this path, so I mean, we'll see how it goes. I'm going to leave it there because my bigger concern is we're not getting really anywhere with the mine, the gold mine that I've got. They're just not doing much really. There's a lot of people there, but they're just not mining much. But before I do that, there's a couple of things I want to do. I mean, I've got some trees. I may as well put these in while I'm here. I mean, why not? Put one there and there. And I'll put one there. I think that's about my limit. Oh, I can squeeze one in there. But while I'm at it, I think what we'll do is we'll run a road down there, because that preserves the preserve fruit, the preserve vegetables, and they also preserve berries. So since all the vegetables are going to be up here, it probably makes sense to give them like a quicker way to get there. So we go to the road. Well, first things first, but just punch a hole in that wall. So we're coming down there. Actually, I haven't said that. It probably makes more sense if I run the road. That makes it a bit more obvious as to where we're coming from. Yeah, there's that point there then. So we take that out. And I'll put a gate in just to make it easier to get to. Right, hopefully that should make their lives a bit easier. Because I say they will want to go up to that area. I mean, ideally it would make more sense to group something like this where we've got all the fruit trees and all the fields in a similar area or close by. A lot of these places seem to be unoccupied lately. I really wish they could sort that out and help automate that. That would be extremely useful. But yeah, that's a bit concerned. I've now got abandoned buildings as well. Normally that happens when, at least the last time that happened, it suggests the problem is desirability. Ah, now hold on. Why is the desirability on there gone so bad? Is this compost yard just too close? No, I think the last time that happened, we'd run out of resources, or it was a case of the builders hadn't got round to repairing it. I mean, I've got plenty of builders. I've got 30, 40. At the moment, we've got 14 actually being builders, but I'll have to see what happens there. Hopefully the builders will get around and sort that out. But in the meantime, I want to try and figure out how to solve this problem, because it's a bit of a shame, because we've got a temporary shelter, but they only use it in an emergency. It's kind of, to me, it's kind of nuts. You've got gold mines like this, for instance. We still have quite a lot of gold. You look at how much gold is still in there compared to how much it originally had. And I've got this maxed out, and yet we produced hardly any gold ore at all. So normally when I first played the game, these sort of things didn't last long. So I would set up temporary shelters, and the idea was that if there's like a blizzard or something and they need to suddenly rush back home, what they'll do is they'll go to a temporary shelter to get their food and what have you. And there's wagons come here every now and again to gather the ore from the mine, but also to deliver food and various other things to the actual temporary shelter, but hardly anybody seems to use it. It's not really helpful when it explains. I mean, it just says transferring goods. That doesn't make sense to me, because I've never seen anybody actually go to the actual coal mine, or gold mine in this case, and take the gold out back to town. That's what the wagons do. So it seems a bit odd when they say that. I mean, what are you doing? See, they're seeking food. Now, the trouble is they're going to go all the way. Normally they go home. Ah, okay. Well, I take that back, because normally they do actually just go home. Interesting. So that doesn't really explain then why. Where are you going then? So the foundryman. This is the bigger problem. Is that I've got these foundries down here that are turning the gold ore into gold ingots, but as you can see, they're coming all the way out here to get it. So the Wainwright doesn't seem to be keeping up. I mean, if I go to here, there's no gold ore there. That's got me even more puzzled now, because my thought was that these people were just going home and that was it. Now where are you going? So there's another miner so that's the miner that works there, presumably. Now that wagon must be going out probably to one of these places to get stuff from there. But no, my train of thought was, well, all these people are doing is they're coming out to the mine, and then they're just working in the mine, but then all of a sudden it's a case of, oh, I need to go home and get something, so they go all the way home. But that was a bit of a surprise. I'm glad I saw that, because I was actually going to build a lot of houses out here to see if that would fix the problem. I mean, we've got some food, we've got some firewood to keep them warm. I mean, it's a lack of food. I mean, maybe what I need then is just more Wainwrights then. Maybe that's the problem. There's just not enough wagons actually servicing all these. There's just so many. Maybe there's just so many mines and so many of these like shelters to stock that it's too much. And the mines are quite far apart, I must admit. Yeah, it's got me thinking. Now, another train of thought though is that they probably don't have any tools. So they've got some bread. They're off to, see again, they're back to stock the foundry. But if they don't have any tools, that could be it as well. Maybe they're just not as efficient if they don't have enough tools. Well, that's another possibility. Swap that person out who was ill. What about water then? I mean, the nearest water looks to be quite far away. So There's a mine, there's a well down there. I mean, this is pretty dry area, but let's put a well there as well. A well as well. We'll put that there. So they're going all the way over to there. These ones are quite close by. I mean, I won't get much out of this well because it's a very dry area. But anything's better than nothing. That's 27%. Oh, there's a well right there anyway. I mean, I could build another well. Another mine, but I've got so many people in there. That's basically what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get up to 400 people. Hello. There's a bear attacking somebody. This is not good. Right, let's have a look. How many? We've got quite a bit of coal there. Quite a bit of ore there. So I'll tell you what, we'll build a defense tower here, because that's, I need to keep these bears away because they're going to attack this place. It is a target for the raiders, I must admit, but I'm just looking at that warning about the low desirability and I'm thinking this is getting worse. So at the moment it's just 2 buildings. But actually I don't have enough housing to meet that requirement, so well, let's put some, now that the town centre's been moved, I'm going to add some more houses in. So I'll put one there. One there. Oh, back by our steep slopes again. Flatten that out a bit. So yeah, I've now got this extra room where I can actually start putting the houses. So leave them to sort that out. Water. Yeah, I think this layout that we've got, it's quite a popular layout, but it's, from what I'm seeing, it doesn't seem to work very well because of the water. Water's a big problem with getting water shortages. So there's just not enough wells to cope. Oh, need to plug all the gaps again. That's interesting, I don't have an apothecary. Why do I not have an apothecary? Let's have a look. So that comes under, does that come under amenities, maybe? Yes it does. So they'll take the medicinal roots, the willow and the honey. So that's probably going to be something over here then. Seems to have been shuffling things around it. Yeah, I'll put them next to the compost yard. Why not? So right, we're into the midwinter now, so I haven't fixed that. Yes, I have. Should have thought of that in advance really, because I like to put a road down, but it is what it is. So you've got some wood over there, but they've got a lack of. So there's a lack of glassware and berries. We could tell them don't bother with the berries because nobody's bringing them here anywhere. I mean, they've produced some. Yeah, I mean, they've produced some glass. I could get more people in, but we don't have enough sand down here. Telling them they can store logs, but there isn't any sand, so tell you what then, let's get a mine going. So, in this case, a sand pit. Then we'll run a road down from here. Roads and fences. Where's that going to go? It's going to come all the way down to here. This is definitely one of those things where you just you can't see the wood for the trees. Area and explode. Okay. Well, that's interesting. Well, send someone to investigate them. That's bizarre. I've actually got a patch of the map that hasn't been explored yet. Seriously? We've got rats. We've got rats already. Well, there was a rat catcher I saw. Yeah, there's a rat catcher. I can grab them. Oh no, I didn't want to put a flag down. There's no point in exploring the actual Oh, having said that, they're looking after the... Yeah, they're looking after the market area, aren't they? Old age. Oh, old age is going to be a big problem for me at the moment. Yeah, there's 40 elderly, 77 seniors. So I think it's going to take forever and a day for this to sort of like catch up and eventually get to 400. Grrr. Right, rat catcher. Just plunk that there then. Gives them something to do. And I've got these weird roads. Why have I got weird roads? Put that over there. Then we'll try and sort. Yeah, these are roads that have been in for a while. Ooh, we've actually got somebody to sell us things or buy things. Oh dear. Why is these? We've got no luxury items. That's one possible thing. There's a lack of furniture. Oh, that's to upgrade it. Everything's going down the toilet. This is not good. Right, let's plug these gaps first. I've got any gold? Barely any. It's like, I need to sell things. If I don't sell things, we're literally... Well, we're going to run out of money. We're going to have big, big problems. I mean, it's in my interest to sell... Yeah, it's in my interest to sell them... like produced items that are going to fetch a lot of money, but the big problem I'm finding is at some point in this game you've run out of resources and you're really stuck with the traders because it's a case of they'll only sell certain types of things to you. So like on another playthrough I've got a problem where we've got no more gold, we've got no more iron ore, and if I can't buy those it just starts to basically fall apart. It's just like So yeah, you're pretty much at the mercy of the traders, and there's nothing. I've got nothing really that they're interested in. I mean, with this sort of map, resources they're finite. You're gonna at some point start running out of things, and it's a case of yeah, I don't really want to be selling like the basic resources. I want to buy those from you and sell the more expensive things to you. And I'm just looking at the fact that we're running out of food again. We've got no food. How can we have no food? This is bonkers. Right, we'll keep so many. Are they beans? I think, yeah. I mean, we've got tons of wheat. Everything's falling to bits, and it's basically because now it's I suspect it's the money. Entertainment's going down the drain, so see that'll sort it out. So this is intriguing. Have they? I mean, they've produced quite a bit of flour. I mean, the brewer has produced quite a bit of beer. Now, the problem is... They're getting full. Because we're producing... It's interesting, on this map we're producing so much grain and we're not clearing it quickly enough. I mean, what I could do... let's have a look. How many windmills do we have? If I can find it. It's in here somewhere. We've got the bagger up the top there. Probably staring me in the face and I just can't see it. Well, I suspect there's only the one, because it made sense to put it... Ah, it's not enough space. This is another thing you don't factor in, is the amount of space you need to put things in. Could it fit in there where we've got the smokehouse? Right, tell you what, let's see if we can move the smokehouse over to... Move the smokehouse over to there. I might be able to get the other windmill. I mean, I would have preferred it over there, but... I mean, what's that rat catcher? Yeah, if we can move that out of the way, I might be able to get the other windmill there. Because they're just getting basically full up. On another map, it's a case of there's just too much. It's too much flour. Here, we're actually... It's the other way around. It's the actual grain. They're not getting rid of the grain quickly enough. So I do need another windmill. And it's probably going to be too steep. Yeah, it's too steep. Let's clear that part there. Right, what's this one got? So I can sell them some clothes. Not a lot. Yeah, just things like the furniture, the candles, all these sort of good things I'd like to sell. Oh, the one time they're offering me the chance to sell the actual heavy tools is the time that they're not offering a high price for them. We'll leave that at that then. Okay. That will have to do. So that problem of all those buildings becoming undesirable is gone. Still need to sort these two out though. I mean, you can destroy them and start again, but I've seen in earlier where they do actually get resolved, so we'll leave it. We'll leave that and see how it goes. Right. I need to start connecting up my wibbly wobbly roads then. So if we bring that one into, see it there. Yes, we should take that one away. I'm just getting to build another one from here. We'll sync these up, assuming that's possible. Somebody else. Can we sell things? I need to sell things. I mean, dire need of selling things because the gold's not being dug up for some strange reason. It's like, I'll sell the beer. I mean, we've got quite a bit of beer. Right, we'll leave that there then. So they're up to producing 46, right, so who's this then? They're a labourer and they've got nothing to do. Well, that's okay, I don't mind labourers who've got nothing to do. But I do mind gold miners who are not doing anything. So who's that then? That is the miner. Okay. I'm seriously tempted to just keep an eye on this because if they can't, I'm assuming if they can't get the things that they need from here, they'll just go they'll go home to get them. But that's definitely new to me. I honestly thought that wouldn't get used. I think that's probably a waste now then. I'm going to tear that one down. Because otherwise the Wainwrights will just keep going backwards and forwards and servicing that one. And I suspect I do need more of them. So tell you what, let's do that. Let's do a bit of flattening over here if we can. And get another Wainwright. And we'll see if they've ever got round to discovering this. Why have... Okay, you've sorted the rats out. Okay. That's good to see. So if we go and get our little road back, now that we've done our discovery. One thing I've noticed is they don't, just because you put a road in, they don't necessarily use it. Just kind of bizarre. So is anybody going... Oh, I need to put a road down there. I suppose it's the best I can do because otherwise I'll rip through the actual arborist fields. Right, that seems a bit better. So, we don't have any sand yet. But we've got 2 people now digging it up. So presumably at some point the wagon's going to come through. So what's she doing? She transferred logs and she transferred beams. So there is some logs coming through. We're getting a... Well, that seems to be picking up then. Yes, I'm well aware of the low desirability. I'm keeping my fingers and toes crossed that the problem will go away. It normally does. It normally does. What I do need to do is get these roads sorted out. Let's run that down to there. Then there to there. And then there to there. See how that goes. So we've got a rat catcher down there. Yeah, he's down there for the... Let's say he, I mean... Yeah, he's looking after the... He's basically dealing with the fish that gets caught. So he should be turning the fish into smoked fish. Although he's just seem to be getting meat from somewhere. So the arborist's been built, but it's got nothing to do. It's got no medicinal roots and no willow. Ah. So it would have been better if that... So one of their requirements is honey. So it would have been better to place them over here. Ah. Boobar. Yeah, I don't think I ever got round. I wonder if I was trying to build one in the area, but there's just not enough room. Or maybe it wasn't flat. It's a possibility. Let's try and flatten some of this. The road's running in that direction, I suppose, but... Yeah, we'll give the builders something to do. I mean, I'd rather go and fix those 2 houses, I must admit. Right, that's what I was going to build, wasn't it? There's just so many things I need to fix. It's food production. We want a windmill. Right, so get them to build another windmill there. We've got 1 heavy tool. So we'll get them to do that. So they're right at the limit. They're right at the limit. So they're storing mostly grain. But we should then start to see more bread. So... Oh, they're out of heavy tools. So I'll have to freeze some up. Boobar. Ooh, we've got 9. Wow. Right, just store 5 for now. And they're full. Oh, okay. So that needs upgrading. But it needs 250. Oh, not again. We're out of clay. That's not going to help me because these houses all need repairing. Oh. Yeah. I remembered on this map we are out of clay. I could explain that. We are clean out of clay, so we've still got the brick makers producing bricks. Speaking of which, yeah, we can set a limit. So we set a limit of, say, only 500 bricks. Yeah, that's a problem. If we don't... Oh no! No! I don't need raiders. 72! Oh, at least they're coming from the north anyway. They're going to come flying down here and they're going to wreck the place as usual. I think there's so much limit. Was it this is one thing I'm really curious about this game, but usually whenever we get a big wave of raiders turning up, that's when the traders start to turn up as well. It's quite bizarre. Maybe it's just because we're just getting into spring and it's like the ideal time. That's frustrating, that. I've got so many things to deal with. I want to focus on the raiders because they're getting in my way, but on the other hand, it's like I need to fix these problems. And that involves trying to buy clay, but I can't because he's not selling any. Grrr. We're just going to have to, as I say, sell a shirt on our backs here. Let's see if that works. So F4, yeah, F4's resources. That's it, F2 or F3. So F3 is useful because it shows you what people are doing, for instance. But it makes it a lot easier to spot these raiders. Jeez Louise, there's a lot of them as well. Oh, so we've got Raider Thief and Raider Brawler. So that's a lot of them. Right, where did I put the guard tower? It's probably at the far end of the world. Right. Get off your backside and... Oh, let's see, this is a weak point now. I've got A tower looking after here. I tell you what, send them... Chances are at some point they'll break through that wall. Send them over to... over to here. Hopefully the actual towers that we've got here will deal with them. So it's interesting that you've got the thieves and you've got the separate brawlers. Yeah. But at least I've got 2 towers here to take care of them lot. Yeah, you can't be specific in terms of who the target either. So while that tower's getting kept busy by them, it can't help out down here. Where else have the little rascals got to? So there's some keeping that tower busy. Tell you what. Well, I don't know how long these wolves are going to last. Looks like quite a while, actually. Send them over there. And then if needs be, I'll see if I can send them around the corner. I haven't said that. Having said that, let's send them... I don't know what direction they'll take, like, or whether they're here yet or not. So down to about 2, so it looks like they've given up. Oh wow, that gate just about held. Just about. $13 left. Oh, they're gone. They're going home. It's like, nope, we can't break in. Okay, fair enough. Well, in that case, I may as well send them back to the barracks then. Where's your flag? Go back to barracks. So they wrecked that tower. So how many buildings did they wreck? Only 2. It's that one there and that tower there. Yeah, they're pretty pricey to have to keep replacing. I mean, I mostly put them in because of the bears, but yeah, it has to be done. Right, I'll just play musical chairs with everybody while we deal with the wounded, and then we'll go back to town and see. Hopefully she's got some clay. No, she doesn't. See, this is the problem. I'm really looking forward to the next update, because presumably that's when they'll give you the mines, the deep mines. Benefit of those is that they're permanent. You'll always get resources, but I think you'll probably have to get to like maybe tier 4 or something to use them. But this is the problem I'm running into. I've got the same on the other map. The problem is we've run out of gold and we've run out of iron, and it was just sheer luck that I managed to survive the actual whole lot of probably falling down like a pack of cards. This has got a similar problem, except it's clay. Even if I could sell things to these traders, the problem is if none of them are going to sell me any clay, I'm seriously stuck, because these houses and everything needs repairing. And if you can't get clay, well, that's pretty much end of the story. Why have we not got any? Why have we not got any logs? Come on, lazy bones. Right, they produced 136 logs. So usable goods. Nope, it's not that. Not luxury goods, produced materials. So wooden planks. So we produced more than we used, but we've run out. But we're right on the edge, so I think I'll put some more people into there. Mind you, I haven't said that. We've hardly got any logs. There's hardly any logs at all. So I may as well get them to get the labourers to chop these down, because the last time I looked, one of them at least didn't have anything to do anyway. Right, what have you got? Right, slow this down anyway. May as well keep it running along. Oh yes, he's got some clay. Not a lot, but he's got some. But the trouble is I'm running out of money, because the gold, we're not getting enough gold. Okay, well, buy that. I've got nothing to I've got nothing to sell though. The whole idea is to make things to sell them, but I want to sell them at least a decent price. I can't afford to sell. There's things on here I can't afford to sell. Sell some of these, I suppose. We're just chopping the trees down, so that gives me something. Oh, that wasn't what I wanted. I want 1,000. I mean, it's interesting we're not turning a profit with this place. Because I mean, there's some things that cost money. I mean, it costs money to maintain the guards and so on, but speaking of which, that's probably overkill now, so let's take that one out. I mean, that one covers... yeah, so... I mean, I'd love to upgrade some of these, I must admit, but... it's trying to find a way to make money. The most sensible way to make money is to actually literally make money, but... it's like... right, where are you all going? Seeking food. Okay. I honestly thought they were actually going home, I must admit. I thought they were literally going all the way home. That's something else I was thinking about, wasn't it? It was tools. Yeah, they don't have any tools either. So there's nothing really I can sell this one. That's something I seriously need, are tools. I suspect that might be a problem. The challenge is trying to work out how to get these forges, for instance, to produce more stuff, and how to get the actual blacksmiths to produce more stuff. It doesn't help when you've got situations like this, I must admit, because nobody's taking those parts out of the building. Let's go back to... store 10 of them, and at least the trader will then collect them, and that'll allow them to start producing more. But let's see. So there's should be 2 blacksmiths. Let's not bother with that or that. We'll just get them to focus on... I mean, maybe that's might be a better strategy. Maybe I have one person's dedicated to producing, so like tools, one that's dedicated to producing swords. Let's try that strategy. So you don't make any... it's a thought. How much have we got for resources though? We've got quite a lot. 313, 647. So there's the foundry. Yeah, the work rate on that's quite poor, oddly enough. So let's flip this over to... we'll focus on producing iron rather than the gold, because we're just struggling to get gold anyway. Because I'm not quite sure how this works. Whether they decide, well, I'll produce 1 iron and then I'll produce 1 gold, and they'll wait until they've got the resources to then produce the gold before they then do the iron, or whether they're more sensible in their approach in terms of like what the priorities are. Maybe it's a case of, well, I don't have any resources to make the gold bars, in which case I'll make the metal ingots instead. So I just want to keep an eye on these out of curiosity and see what they actually do. Because the trouble is, I think this, in some games it's quite useful where you can actually kind of like dedicate a specific person to look after houses. Because the trouble is, when you've got all these different people living in different houses, you're not getting anything done because they're just too busy stocking a house. Whereas if you can get somebody to focus on just dedicating time to stocking the shelter and then go off and do their work, it's a bit more controllable. I mean, at the moment it's winter, but I suppose everyone's just going to go back home. So that's a thought to the... It's kind of odd, I must admit, because it's like, although it's cold, I mean, you're working in a foundry, surely you wouldn't be too bothered about the cold. If one place in this entire map is not cold, it's going to be a foundry. That is not a place that's going to be cold. Alright, okay, so they're coming back now. So we've got somebody's producing the gold ingots, somebody's producing gold ingots. It's the ratio, there's 2 out of all of those. 2 of them are doing gold, even though the production ratio is 2 to 1, so 2 metal ingots for every 1 gold ingot. 2 of them have gone for gold. Trouble is there's 2 have gone for gold, 2, so I'm curious to see what the other 2 do. The only trouble is they're too busy seeking shelter. So maybe that's what the ratio decides, what the... Yeah, maybe that's what their ratio is then. It decides what the actual people themselves do. It's not necessarily how much... Hang on a minute, how did we produce 800 gold bars? Eh? We produced 900 so far in the last year. We'd produced 900 gold bars but only 90 metal ingots. This makes no sense whatsoever. I mean, there's more... If you go here, there's like oodles of iron ore and coal. And when it comes to the gold ore, there's practically diddly squat. There's hardly anything. I'm seriously intrigued, because if they're spending all of their time, say like, it's 4 of them still going out gathering going out there gathering gold by the looks of it. I mean, that's a serious waste of time. It's like, why are you going out there? I mean, there's like all this coal and all this iron ore is just sitting there in the stockyard just across the street, and yet they're going wandering all the way out to the gold mine to gather gold, which is taking forever and a day to actually collect anyway. Tell you what, let's crank this up. If we do it on a 5 to 1. So I've got 6 people, so I'm curious, am I going to get, out of those 6 people, are 5 people going to make iron? And one of them's going to do gold? Or is it just a case of the mechanics of it is that, you know, we'll produce 5 iron ingots, then we'll produce a gold bar. Now, that's what I'm curious to find out, because the trouble is, oh no, I'm treating from a bear probably. Well, we'll leave that, but I think that's my problem. I suspect is the people that are working in the actual mine, like going off and mining stuff. Oh jeez Louise, you're going all the way over there to get stuff. Yeah, there's no food in there. I need more. I think I need more wagons. Anyway, what have you got? Please tell me you've got some clay, because I'm in deep duty without clay. There's nothing I can sell them either. Grrr. Oh, hold on. I need to plug the gaps again. Right, let's see if I can get... I think we did some flattening over here, so let's try and get another wagon. So that comes under storage. Right, what have you got? Have you got anything of use? Oh no! Hold on, I've got that open twice. Right, what have you got? I don't want bricks. I could actually sell more. Well, if somebody was willing to buy them, I must admit, but... no, there's nothing I can sell them. I've got I can sell them the soap, but Grr. I'm gonna have to sell our soap now. People are gonna get unclean. They're running out in the streets complaining, unclean. Boobar. Right, off you go. So we've got an impending heat wave. Ah, wooden planks. Interesting. That's something I didn't factor in. I could have. Yeah, I could have. I could have just done that. Fiddly-dee. So why have we not got? Why have we got not enough planks? I mean, we've got these working hell for leather. Chopping planks. I mean, we're up to tier 2, so they've got heavy tools. I think last time we were just about scraping by. Now we're doing about double. Probably because I got to chop the trees down to be fair. Hold on, hold on. I need to chop things down again. I'm in dire need of wood. Right, let's see. Nope, you don't have any either. Why am I not surprised? I've got no clay, and there's nothing I can sell. This is just like, this is a problem. I think I'll have to go and have a look at the roadmap and see when they're going to bring out the update, because they sneaked in the last one, which involved being able to move the trade centre, move your graveyards, automating the compost yards and so on. But yeah, I thought they would be bringing the mines out at that point, but I think it's going to be 0.83. Right, so we've got a wagon heading in this direction. Now that's a thought. That's a thought. I could help them, because if there's no food here, that is actually seriously tempting. How's about? How's about? I mean, the mines are only temporary. If I put them there, that gives them a... Ooh, that could be good, that. Yeah, that gets me some... Oh, boobar. It's not giving me two places that are too steep. Yeah, if we put that in, that might seriously help. Because at the moment they're running over to there. I mean, a lot of the mining is going on over there. This one's is what I'm more concerned with. I mean, maybe it'd be better to have like dedicated, because that's what I did with the blacksmiths. I was trying to split it up to have one favour making the heavy tools versus just tools and weapons, for instance. Maybe it might be better to do something similar with the actual forges as well, because there's plenty of coal and there's plenty of like iron. Problem is the gold. So where are you going to go? Right, you're going there. I'm actually really relieved about that, to be honest, because as I say, I seriously thought these were going to go all the way back home. So the only thing I can think of now is just they don't have the tools to pull it off. He says, and they've actually got tools. Nope. Some of them have got tools. Or maybe they've done something in the mechanics and it's just slow. I don't know. I think I've lost the plot here. Right, put that one there. Ah. don't think... Well, it'll be interesting to see. But we'll see. I've just put that there and I'm thinking, yeah, maybe they won't deliver there, but you never know. They might. They might. Right. Speaking of how things are doing. So, I've sorted the road out there. Our rat catcher can't be bothered to do anything. Oh, wow, there's a lot of stone out here, I must admit. So, but they've produced some sand. And you've got none of it in here. Huh. This place is... It's got way too much fruit. It's... I can upgrade it. I mean, I can get it some... I can at least upgrade that and solve that, I suppose. We're not keeping up with the logs, so I'm going to get somebody else in here to help. I mean, we've got a lot of fruit and it's just going to spoil. Oh, it's complaining of a lack of glassware, and the glassware folks are saying we're not getting enough. Probably not getting enough sand. Coal's okay. We're not producing in excess of coal, which would have been good. But we're relying on these lot to get there. These lot to get more firewood. But we could do with more sand, I think. So let's crank that up. I'll have to double check though that we're not running out of labourers. Plug the gaps as ever. So they are full. Interesting. So they are full up on flour because no one's interested in taking the flour away because the granaries are now full of flour and grain. Let's put something else in there because I need to get them to convert more of this grain across. Actually, how's the brewery doing? There's a brewer in here somewhere. Weaver, candle shop, firewood splitter. There's our brew. Let's crank this up. Let's go. What the heck? We're going to go full tilt, and we're just going to make. That's the solution. That's it. I've had a brainwave. That is the solution to everything. We just make more beer. Then people will buy more beer and we'll make more money from pubs. Downside is they'll probably get drunk in the process and wreck the place, and well, we'll see. You know, you gotta try and see if we can get them to do something different just to see if it'll fix the problem. Because we're running out of money, we don't have clay because nobody's selling this stuff. So yeah, this is an interesting challenge. I mean, that's the thing with like early access games, to be fair. It's like the devs will produce a game and, you know, they'll try this and they'll try that and tweak this and tweak that. I mean, there's been plenty of these sort of like games around over the years, but I do like this one, I must admit. It's definitely interesting, but obviously as they're going through the motions of like setting it up and so on, they'll listen to feedback and they'll plug gaps and so on. So there's a kind of like a. Oh no! You don't have enough money, right? Okay. You. I was beginning to think, oh no, we'll only buy it. Oh man. Nope. Doesn't want to sell me that, right? I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait till the next one comes along. So if I can Well, I mean, I suppose I could sell... Is there anything I can buy from you at a cheap price? I think there's clothes. We could do with some clothes, I suppose. It's more the clay. I'm saving my money up to buy clay. Put some money aside, put that in the kitty. So here's somebody else coming along. Now, fingers and toes crossed. They've got some clay. Whoa, Struth. What the heck? Oh, that was hilarious. Okay. These roads need sorting out. Oh, they're selling clay at a cheap knockoff price. I'll buy it all. It's cost me an absolute arm and a leg. Man. Everything else going cheap. Well, I can sell off some of these herbs and get some of that money back. I don't really want to be selling the honey off at a cheap price, to be honest. Yeah, it's when you get somebody who'll buy the higher end produce. So that's what I need to focus on, is trying to produce. I mean, that's one of the tips, is buy the actual resources, make things, and sell them off to the traders. Let's see how much gold is up here at the moment. So there's not a lot in actual storage. Yeah, the ratios aren't quite there. I mean, 110 metal ingots to 900 gold ingots. Oh dear, somebody got injured, I think. Plug the gaps again. So I'm just curious to see if this is going to do anything. I mean, we've got some metal ingots, but there's all these things that we're missing. That's a thought. Are we still producing iron ore? Mined. Usable goods gathered and mined. So we're not keeping up with the gold ore. We're definitely not keeping up with the iron ore. So these are more things I'm going to have to plug. I mean, we've still got somebody who's running out all the way over to that mine to get the gold. You see, like the ratio is 5 to 1, and yet I had 2 people at a given moment. With 2 people. Oh, neither wonder he's up to drink me. See, that's the drawback. I'm making all this beer now, try and solve this problem of too much grain. Unfortunately, folks now just going off and say, I'm off to get drunk. Yeah, he's completely slushed. So yeah, I can't quite get my head around this bit either now, because although the ratio is 5 to 1, but like, yeah, whatever. I'm just gonna do what I please. Say bye. Right. So, resource challenges. I think that is something to be looking into in the next episode.